Didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that
I
true?
wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet, and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Yeah.
So you visualize yourself like... Visualization works if you work hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, go eat a sandwich.
I love that.
I'm genuinely happy. I'm happy. And I'm not happy just because of the success. The success acts as a bonus. So everything else from the outside that comes in, you're throwing shit at a bubble that can't be popped. It's a force field around me.
Yeah.
There's a force field around me because what really matters, loves me wholeheartedly. And when you have that, and you understand that, you're unbreakable. If you've never felt that, if you have no idea what that feels like, then it's easy to shake you. That's why some people are easily broken. Being broken is not a hard thing. It's not a hard thing. So those that do get broken, those that do get down, those that do get depressed, I understand. What I also understand is that the encouragement that can come from so many can add value for those that may need.
To helping any human being. It's actually really simple. The secret is to ask somebody where they're in conflict internally. Like, what are the things that trigger you? What are the things that you complain about? What are the things that you're afraid of? That internal conflict holds the secret to solving everything and becoming a better person. And all you have to ask yourself, or ask somebody if you're coaching them, is what happened to you? Not what's wrong with you, but what happened to you that you believe you don't matter? What happened to you that you believe that you're not good enough? What happened to you that you believe that you're not worthy, or that you won't be a success?
Right.
And everybody has a story.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. You've got to find what you love.
You could have a job, or you can have a career, or you can have a calling. And the best thing is to have a calling.
You should truly follow your passion. So, if you're doing something and you're not interested, or you have no passion for it, you really...
Life is too short.
You're going to fail.
So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
You've got to enjoy what you do every day.
You find your passion. You find your passion. I was very, very lucky.
I think it's important that you really like whatever you're doing.
If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
When you're passionate about something, when people can't get up in the morning and they can't get out of bed, I'm going to tell you why. Because they can predict the feeling of everything that's going to happen in their life. And their body's resigned to the familiar. It says, oh, another mundane day. But remember when you were a kid and you were going on a field trip? What happened then? You were up and dressed and ready to go before your parents were up. You know why? Because you knew something unexpected was going to happen. That's how we should live our lives. Waking up with the understanding to expect the unexpected, and something unusual should happen in our life as a result of our efforts. And it's just those beginning moments where it begins to happen that we begin to prove to ourselves how powerful we really are.
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than wrong. I want to thank me for just being me at all times.
I hate plan B. When you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have a plan B. And that means that you start thinking about plan B, and every thought that you put into plan B, you're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A. We function better if there is no safety net, because plan B becomes a safety net. It says that if I fail, then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there that will protect me.